Welcome to the Damage Control. We back, season 2, episode 2. What it do? We from the Lou. I got Tina Carter.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Man, it feels good to be back. Season 2 is, it's gonna be one of one. Like, this is already starting off like one of one. I feel, you know what I mean? Like, 2022 is kind of, you like the synergy there now. I ain't with the numerology stuff. We had a nice little debate over there.
I am.
Oh my god. Anyways, man, we back with another guest. Welcome to the Damage Control, where the damage is controlled.
Yes.
Today, got one of my guys, close friends, one of my G's. Man, it's actually somebody I would almost feel like is a brother from another mother. Man, we didn't have a relationship for a while now. I'm not gonna give all this stuff of what he goes by, but today we got Late Night Drive.
What up? Boop, 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 boop. I'm in the building. Late Night Drive in the building. What's going on, man? Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yes, sir, my G. Glad to have you here.
Shake up with me, Tina. Tina Carter Show.
Tina Carter in the building. We got Amber Victoria behind the camera.
Looking gorgeous.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got my boy Late Night Drive here. And, man, back in the city.
Yes.
I
It's
guess
been a while.
we can start there, because it's like, my guy, he done vacated away from the city. So,
Yeah, man.
how it's been since then, my guy?
It's been great, man. I really feel like moving from St. Louis to Atlanta has showed me that opportunities come everywhere. A lot of people move somewhere else and they say, man, because it's a bigger market for it. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in that market, you're gonna be in the same position that you was in the market before. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about making yourself known to the people around you, and also putting in that work and doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So if you do that, I think you can make it in any market if you put in the work.
Yeah, a lot of people got the perception of saying like they got to move to certain markets in order to actually make it, which it may be some actually truth to that. So you may have an advantage and moving to a bigger market versus being, in a small city. But like you said, it don't matter where you at, you got to make the best of where you at. You know what I mean? But how you feeling, TC? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
How you feeling, TC?
I'm feeling really good to be back here with you, of course.
Right.
I think we do great together. Shout out to us. And shout out to Moss. We always got to shout out to Moss.
Shout out to Moss.
Yes, got to shout out to Moss. But it feels good having Late Night Drive here. We've known him for a couple years, so it's been great to see him
Been more than
evolve.
over a decade.
Right, that's what I'm saying. To evolve
sure.
as an artist, also in friendship and different things like that. So I'm excited to get in your business.
All right. Next question. no, for sure, man. I'm open. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. Like TC said, man, we've been knowing this dude right here for quite some time.
Yes.
And it's I guess it's pretty cool to be able to interview like friends. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
a lot of times you feel like you probably got to go out and get certain people to make the show what it is. But I started to look around and be like, bro, I got hella homies, hella friends, hella artists that I know that's doing
talented.
dope stuff, super talented.
Appreciate
and
that.
that's where I started with immediate friends. You know what I mean? So Late Night Drive though, man. Like explain, the whole concept behind that name.
So, after coming from J Rhodes, I really love the name J Rhodes. So I transitioned from J Rhodes to Late Night Drive, if y'all didn't know. But
Right.
J Rhodes was one of my favorite names because, it was the journey of myself. You know what I'm saying? But people couldn't really grasp when I said it, J Rose. They kept saying J Rose like the flower.
Right, like a
I'm
rose.
like, no, I always had to say J Rose like the street, like this. I was like, man, I'm tired of doing this every time I explain to J Rose, But so when Late Night Drive came, it was just like, man, I really wanted something with a mood to it. Yeah. Something that when you hear it, it makes you want to say, like, what is it? Or what does he do? What is his sound? Yeah. So that really captivated who I am. It's like, okay, now I got to start making music in that arena of the sound. So when people go to it, they get like, okay, I see why his name is Late Night Drive. So it really just came off a whim, like going through names, writing them down, like what sound cool. I wanted something that sound cool with a mood and something that people will gravitate to. So when I wrote it down, I looked at him like, man, like that's hard. So
that mug is hard.
I sent it in the chat to people like, man, what y'all think about this? Or how would you pronounce this? I think I sent it to you. I'm like, how would you say this if whatever? He's like, Late Night Drive. I'm like, okay, cool. I want people to be able to say it because the way I spell it is all one word. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where the name came from.
Yeah, like that. That made me think of Black, where everybody was calling him Six
Lack.
Lack.
Yeah,
all kind of names. Like,
yeah, I called him all kind of stuff because I just don't know who he is.
yeah.
I'm joking.
Oh,
I know who
man.
he is. I do know now. I didn't know then.
Black hard.
Until I saw him at the Breezy concert. What was that? 3 years ago.
Yep, that's
yeah. He made a believer out of me. So
and I ride with some Black, but man,
shout out to him.
But speaking about like kind of like the sound, like how would you describe like I guess the genre or everything that entails in the type of music that you do?
I really wouldn't put it in a genre. I just say like whatever you ride to, whatever you can ride to, whatever that makes you feel good at night. So I don't make music for daytime. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna hear a lot of my stuff that you're gonna be able to listen to at nighttime, or if you in somewhere riding with somebody or thinking or whatever like that. It's gonna put you in the mindset of night.
Yeah.
So anything that's more so day, then you ain't gonna find that in me.
I feel like
yeah. So it'll be more so night. Anything that's night music.
Yeah. Why you saying that, my G? We gonna put on that D&D.
Yeah, put it on, baby.
That's a very nice record.
So high, I gotta know. Is she in my city? In my feelings. Sometimes wish I could read mine. Knows everyone ain't for me. So I'll just put my heart on D&D. Guess I'll just put my heart on D&D.
I feel that.
Hey, that's hard.
Yeah, that mother crazy, but
in real life.
That's actually one of my favorite ones for sure, my G.
Yeah, I think the way that song came, shout out to my homie Jalen Jackson, man, from Atlanta, man.
Shout out.
If you ain't, his music hard too. Check his music out too. But we actually co-wrote that, man. Went to his crib and I was like, man, it was a picture, the actual picture of the song that's on iTunes and the stream everywhere. I just had this picture on my phone. I said, man, I want to make a song to this picture. And I showed him the picture. I said, man, I want to do like a do not disturb, whatever like that. But I don't want to do it like the regular way. Like I don't want to do like a do not disturb like with phones. Because a lot of people, when they mention do not disturb, it's always with a phone. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, what else do we don't want to be disturbed? And I was like, man, like what if you like tired of being hurt? What if you tired of being this? Like,
yeah, that's cold.
Man, I don't want my heart being disturbed. Or you know what I'm saying? Put that mug on D&D.
That's cold.
I understand.
So we just wrote to that mug and it just came what it was. But yeah, man, that's a dope record right there.
If you need your record, man, make sure you holler at my guy right here.
Hey, LateNightDrive@gmail.com.
Don't send nothing if you ain't got the deposit ready though. You
ready?
Heard?
Price went
ready.
up.
Just 5 minutes ago from being on damage control. You hear me? Let's go.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
For sure.
I'm with that, my G. So like, with that being said, like, what do you feel like? I guess what you like to be labeled as? Do you label yourself as multiple things, like artist, songwriter, singer, or just how would you describe yourself?
I feel like all of those fall under the umbrella of artistry. Mm-hmm. So nice. I would just call me an artist because songwriter is type of an artistry. It's artistry. You know what I mean? So all them names I get that people want the accolades and they want people to see all that, but if you just like I'm an artist, like all that fall into that gap. Now I can see where it can get tricky because some people say they're artists, but all they do is just sing and record and whatever like that. But if I had to label myself as something, it'd be an artist. But I am a singer, a songwriter, and a vocal arranger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do all three of those for sure.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That is what's up. We trying to get her back in the booth. It's been 50 years.
Hey, y'all don't know that Tina Carter show. I'm not gonna keep calling you Tina Carter show, but right. Tina Carter.
And Late Night Drive, back to you.
So like ATL, man, like has ATL had like? Would you say ATL has it had any effect like musically only?
Yeah,
on
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like has it been influences or anything that you?
It's so much culture there.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I would say the difference, and like I said, I love STL. I feel like I became a man in STL. Like that's growing up. I've been here since 2005 until last year and a half, right? So I feel like I became a man in STL. So there's no knock on STL. I feel like that's made me who I am. Yeah. There's no knock on Springfield, Illinois, because that's where I'm from.
Right.
But I feel like going to Atlanta and seeing the culture of music and seeing people who do what you do at a higher level, and you like, dang, I didn't really see that see that here like I see it here.
Yeah.
It makes you go a little harder and make you think a little like, man, if I write this song, I need the song to be on the level of this. You know, so moving to Atlanta, I feel like it definitely helped me strategize my artistry more. But I feel like I built my artistry in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
I feel
big.
that.
That's
I
big.
feel that, man, because I feel like sometimes you gotta place yourself in different circumstances so you don't get comfortable.
For sure.
Like comfort is one of the like biggest like things you need to be fearful of, because like once you get comfortable, you start to sit back and chill. It ain't no more hard working behind it.
So
You know
can
what
I
mean?
ask this? What was it that made you say, I'm going to Atlanta?
I always said I wanted to either go to Atlanta or LA. I always said that. I said,
Okay.
man, I've been saying it for the longest time. It just got to the point where it's like, do I want to regret, you know, not doing what I said I wanted to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Because I
big.
feel like if I can go somewhere and then not make it and be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I did what I said I was going to do.
You tried.
I tried it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
But
it.
if I never would have tried it, I would have regretted it. So
Yeah.
my thing was like, I'm either going to one of these places. I think going down south instead of LA, one, because it's hella high in LA. Then we just gonna keep it all the
A
way
whole
funky.
different.
We're gonna keep it all the way funky. It's hella
It's a
high.
ridiculous high. It's not even cool.
It's hella high.
Low key.
But I feel like for what I do as far as R&B and what I do as far as musically, what I consider myself doing, the South in Atlanta was the bigger movement for that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Now if I did like maybe like pop or I did all this other stuff, I think I would go more West Coast because there's more gravitated to out there.
Yeah.
But soul, R&B, all that stuff like that, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
The
the
South.
South is,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that's really made me choose, like, that's where I want to go.
And I'm going to Atlanta over Augusta for sure.
Augusta, Georgia?
I didn't know
No offense.
Yeah, man. But I feel like there's, like, it just really, it really showed me that, dang, even though it's saturated down there
Yeah.
with R&B and it's
It's a
saturated
lot.
down there, it's a lot. Like, it's always a lane forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I chose ATL.
Yeah. Hey, when you touched on something where you were saying like at least you went after your dreams or you tried, and even if you wouldn't make it, you could even if you quote unquote don't make it, like say that happened.
For sure.
So with that being in mind, like how would you define success? Like when in the industry we feel like it's certain marks we have to hit to quote unquote say we would make it. So when as an indie artist, an indie act, like what do you kind of quantize as like when you see something successful?
I think you said that yourself. I think you say, let's just take you for instance, right?
Yeah.
You say I want to start a podcast. You started it. You're successful in that because you already started it. It's ongoing. Now how big it get, that's on the fan base, but the success come from you already starting it. You started it already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people already book success off numbers and all this stuff like that. Well, I don't really look at that. I'm not a numbers guy. Like if you go to my Instagram, I probably follow more people than follow me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a big numbers guy. I just base success off of stuff like I wanted to do and I've done it.
You did it.
I want to put a single out in August. I put a single out in August.
But I feel like when those people do come to their page, the work is going to be there.
the work's gonna be there, yeah, and that's
It's going to be there, and their mind is going to be blown.
yeah. So success is based off what you
Yeah.
set. It's
Yeah.
not what they set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people go off what they set instead of what they set themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, you always gonna set the fail because you gonna always look at like, okay, what do they think? Somebody gonna say they don't like your music. What you gonna do? Stop doing music?
Right.
You know
You
what I'm saying?
gotta have tough- you
like,
gotta have tough skin
You
to
gotta
be in this,
have a
man.
bar for yourself.
Yeah.
And once you set that bar, I would say right now in my musical career, I would say I'm successful in my musical career. Cause I've toured, I've done a lot of tour, and opened up for a lot of big artists. I done been in front of record labels. I done did all the stuff like that. So I done did a lot of stuff, and still doing music. So I would say, okay, well, if I didn't make it, man, I did all this, and I'm cool with that.
So if you feel like you successful already, what is it that keeps you going?
Cause I just love music,
Yeah.
the love of it. Like I have a gift that a lot of people don't have.
So where did that love start?
Well, my mom, my grandmother, and my cousin Chanel. They
Boy, that sound like a song. That sound like he was rapping and singing.
I ain't gonna lie.
My
I ain't
cousin
gonna
Chanel.
hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
That mug sounded like it.
My mom was a singer. My mom was a singer.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
I didn't know
for sure.
that.
Nah, this is
my
my first time
grandmother
hearing that.
my grandmother was a singer in church for sure, and then my cousin Chanel was a singer.
Okay.
So those three ladies, I always say, like, me hearing them sing, and then the music that used to play, like my mom used to play like the Luther Vandross, the Al Greens, all this stuff in the cribs. You know what I'm saying? So I was already listening to that stuff when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, my grandma used to play, you know, Mississippi Mass Choir and all this stuff like that. So it's like I'm getting elements from each genre. My cousin Chanel, you know, it was always like the Jodeci's and stuff like that. So it's like
Jodeci.
Yeah.
She ready to jump to that stuff.
So I think that molded me into like, dang, like, man, music is around me. So
yeah.
I just grew up just doing it, singing.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what's up, my guy. Well, state of R&B, man.
Yes.
When I just say that, just give me one word that you would describe it right now, like 2022 state of R&B as a whole.
The state of R&B. Now, before I answer this, are we talking about without subgenres? Just R&B.
Just R&B.
Yeah, because we'll get into subgenres after that.
I think R&B right now is not a popular genre. It's not a popular genre right now. Okay. Just regular R&B is not a popular genre.
So what subgenre of R&B you think is killing?
You feel like it's certain pockets of R&B that's thriving? Like
they got the trap souls.
Okay.
They have the neo souls. They have R&B pop.
R&B hip hop.
R&B hip hop. Yeah. I feel like R&B for to be successful has to be attached to a genre, subgenre.
That's actually a great point. That's actually a great point.
Big point too.
So when you like for the people that wouldn't be as enriched on what R&B, pure R&B would be, like what would you, if it was an artist that you can say as an example, or just a description, like what would that be?
Joe is R&B. Joe doesn't have a sub to him. Joe's not sub pop. Joe is just strictly R&B. Tank is R&B. Yes. So I feel like these two, and you see like where even though Tank's career has taken off as of lately with the When We and stuff like that, but you see how long he been doing R&B before it got to that point.
Yeah, his Dream Champs podcast was dope.
He even in pictures with Aaliyah. He goes back.
I didn't know all that about him on that.
Genuine, like he like literally Tank has been doing this for a long time. That's
what I'm saying. But people like this, when the R&B state when he came in was cool with the Maybe I Deserves. That it was cool then. Once it started swinging over and got the Chris Browns and all this stuff started taking R&B to that next kind of level, and then you got the trap souls where now we got a subgenre of a whole mood.
Yeah. Right.
It's like now R&B is like still right here. So now everything else is branching off the R&B, but R&B is still right here. So I think you can't have those things without that foundation of R&B.
Right.
But those things are growing over R&B.
So I would say, just to give another perspective or to, I guess, push back, I would say there are acts that are killing it out. I would consider that an R&B. Like when I think of Summer Walker or SZA, I do think females are thriving, purely R&B. You know
pretty
what I mean?
dominant right now.
For sure, they're very dominant.
And I would say, like, what do you think? I guess why is it such a dominant presence from the female side and not as from the male side right now?
I think the females are tapping into female emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I think men are R&B is basically like for men like making love. Like, let's talk about sex. Let's talk about this. What the women are doing now, they're saying like, look, we want to talk about the hurt. We want to talk about all that other emotional stuff that women can relate to,
and the sex. So they mix
and sex too.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand that men don't really buy albums like that.
Right.
Women, the majority buy
albums like
that.
Yeah.
So if you got a woman that can relate to you, like Mary J's and stuff like that, of course you can be like, man, I'm going to get that record because I relate to it.
Yeah.
Men right now for R&B, I can't relate to another man's R&B with outside of sex, like, because my emotional, I'm not a really emotional person.
Yeah.
So if a man talking about emotion, I might hear it and be like, oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
But I ain't about to go run to go buy that record. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think women buy way more records than men.
That's crazy. Sure. It's crazy. The reason why I'm saying it's crazy because you're right. Like, men aren't just running to records that are just emotion. At least records that are not like sung. And what I mean sung, like R&B.
No,
but when it comes to like, I know y'all gonna kill me for this, but
Drizzy.
I believe actually Drizzy has been catering to the genre of R&B, but he somehow has a
maybe
formula
to the hip hop and R&B.
Right, but he has pure R. Like Jaded is pure R&B to me.
Who?
Jaded, the song Jaded.
Jaded. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
I can't put Drake.
I feel like that's a pure R&B song.
But I can't. I can't put Drake in pure R&B. I can't put Drake in pure R&B.
So I think he respects R&B. I would say that. I think he respects the sound, but I don't know if I can.
I think his subgenre is R&B. I think his subgenre off of what he do is R&B.
Yeah, it is a lot that is like that is a like you said, a subgenre R&B. I just feel like he has some of those songs that we have. I would think we have to consider that's in there. Like a song like a Jaded. You know
so you said like a Marvin's Room or something like that?
Like an After Dark. Like he got
Marvin's Room.
I can give you he
doesn't have an album.
He gives you sprinkles of R&B sometime, but I wouldn't.
You wouldn't throw him Pearly in.
No, for sure.
With that being said, man, what's the best R&B album of 2022? Male or female? Who you feel got the title right now?
Sheesh, man, that mug is tough. I ain't gonna lie, man. Breezy just dropped this Breezy album.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to me. Dang.
Can I ask a question surrounding it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I feel like this was a great Breezy album, right?
For sure.
Why don't you think it connected sales wise?
I could.
Tour's doing well, by the way, but why don't you think it connected sales wise?
I really don't know, because I'm so used to him selling crazy out the gate.
I would say he didn't have that one that was just like
a runaway single.
Okay. Warm Embrace is a great song.
That's a great song, but written by a guy who won The Voice, which is cool.
It doesn't have like it's not a traditional type of single from Chris. Like when you think about Loyal or No Guidance,
I don't think Iffy is
Go
either.
Crazy.
But I don't think he had
Iffy is. I didn't think Iffy was on that level though.
I don't think he had a lot of marketing behind it.
I agree.
I don't think he had a lot of marketing behind it. I think he's dabbing
he did
into other
several
stuff.
interviews. I don't know. No,
he did do several. I'm talking about like music wise. Like that Warm Embrace came out like the video came out like the day before the album. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to think what. Show me some albums that came out in 2002.
You got you were high on Lucky Day early this year.
Lucky Day.
He was up there.
Lucky Day was that album was amazing.
Did Summer drop this year? I feel like that was this year with Cardi B and SZA. That was this year. Yeah, Summer was this year.
No, I don't think this summer album ain't do it for me.
This year?
That was this year.
Okay.
Giveon, I did like Giveon. Giveon's was Brent Fryas. I'm not a Brent fan, but people do love Brent. I have to at least throw him out there.
I respect what he does, but I'm just not a fan of it. I would say Lucky Day still
got that title.
It's hard, bro, because it's so many. Like, because
Chris was my favorite, like best album of the year.
Because when Giveon, I'm not a big Giveon fan because I don't like the voice. I had to get used to his voice, but this album, the production was what got me. The production underneath his vocal.
I love Giveon, man.
Yeah, I think it's between Giveon. I'm gonna say between Giveon and maybe Chris.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Giveon Chris.
Yeah. She loved Kalani album. I actually love Kalani, but this Kalani album wasn't for me though. It was for women though.
It was for women, yeah.
It was
Kalani, my group chat is crazy about them. Crazy about her. Sorry. Yeah. Kalani.
She may go by them.
Right, I'm saying we got pronouns.
No, I don't want any trouble with that.
Let's
Kalani, they love Kalani. Kalani. They love you.
I love Kalani.
They put me on her because I was a little late to the Kalani party. I'm gonna be honest, but Amber and D have definitely made me appreciate Kalani a lot.
Kalani's dope. Kalani's dope. Well, hey, we gonna get into some quick takes.
Let's do it.
Hot fire. Spit hot fire. Can I do the first one?
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell you. Hold on.
Yeah, y'all gonna try it. So do I got a drink?
That'd be fun.
I don't want to steal so much of their shit, but you can drink if you want to. I ain't gonna say that.
For sure.
But it's basically the same. Like I said, it's just either this or that. Like if you want to drink, if you don't answer, or if you say both, cool. Right. You can do the first one. Go ahead.
All right. Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
Wow.
Easy.
Gosh, I guess we gotta move on.
Yeah, we ain't gonna expound on that.
Oh man.
This one is toxic or basic. Basic love or toxic love?
Too long.
I would say
too long. She wanted me to drink.
I would say basic, but it having a little bit of toxicity in you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta drink on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink, man.
Can I throw one in?
Yeah, let me
Go ahead, throw another one in here.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Oh God.
Michael Jackson.
All right.
She done about lost her soul.
I was ready to spit out fire like Dylan.
These next ones probably gonna be easy. Honestly, I don't know about this one, but dance hall or neo soul.
That's a hard one for me.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's a hard one
because I like neo soul, but I like dance hall too. I like the vibrations like dance hall gives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with dance hall.
They killing it right now, by the way.
I know he's gonna get on this one. Neo or Eric Bellinger?
Come on, man.
As the writer, does that make it a little bit more for you?
Yeah, that make it a little harder.
Okay.
That's what I was intending when I put that
make it a
on.
little harder because you can't discredit Neo as what he done as far as writing.
Yes.
And he has a lot of hits.
Facts. Big hits. Irreplaceable.
Now, everybody know I'm an Eric Bellinger fiend. Like, I love Eric Bellinger.
You hit me to Eric Bellinger. I didn't know who he was.
I think Neo has, and this I probably need to do more research, but I think Neo has bigger records with the people he wrote for than Eric.
Yeah.
But I'm still going with Eric.
Okay. Yeah. I can feel that. Bedroom or public sex? What do you like?
I gotta be public.
Whoa! All right.
Well, that's not on D&D, is it?
I mean, yeah, for sure. You know, I can't
control after hours. Patreon.
I ain't gonna dig into all that, but yeah, I like public. You know what I'm saying? I like PDA. Like PDA, I feel like, man, like there's just that something about like PDA showing everybody like, dang, that's what it is.
Bet it up.
But ain't nothing wrong with bedroom sex neither.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Scissor or Summer?
Scissor.
Okay.
Scissor.
I'm not mad at anybody.
I'm not mad at either one, but Scissor just, I feel she's more versatile.
I can give it that.
For sure.
This is, I believe, I want to see what I want Am on this one. I think this is a good one.
Yeah.
Janae or Aaliyah?
Aaliyah. And
I love Janae though.
I love Janae.
I love Janae for sure.
The reason why I put them pit them against each other, I feel like they be loved like in similar ways. You know what I mean?
I feel like this is why I choose Aaliyah. Because I feel like, and it's no disrespect to nobody that came after her, but I feel like a lot of people have picked something from Aaliyah.
Her swag.
Whether it's the swag, sure. Whether the way she dressed, whether
her innocence. She had an innocence to her too, but also a
you know what I'm saying? Like Aaliyah was one of them. She was not, and don't kill me, people. She was not a great singer.
No. Oh yeah, no.
But what made Aaliyah was, like you said, her innocence.
Yeah. Her
swag. Mm-hmm. And the song choice,
yes,
you know, it fit her vocally. Yeah. I feel like, to me, it wouldn't be a Sierra. Yeah. I think Janae even got that little swag, kind of. Leah got a little bit as far as like wearing the little pants with the top with the, you know what I'm saying? Like Tiana Taylor.
Oh, definitely.
So you looking at you looking like a Birth of a Nation.
Yeah. Oh,
Birth of a Nation.
And
that's no disrespect because
would you say Ariana?
I don't know. That's a little.
She's
more of a pop star. I can see why you would say
that. But people often do the Beyonce if Aaliyah.
I never understand that.
No, I'm just saying what people have said. Like if
she would have stayed alive,
Aaliyah was alive, Beyonce wouldn't have popped. But I feel like they were in totally two different lanes.
Two different lanes for me.
Two different lanes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of B, we got the next one. Re or B.
Woo!
This probably the hardest of them all because
Navy and Beehive. Don't you do my brother?
That's probably the hardest of them all. I'm just gonna do this, man.
All right. That's a smart man right there. You don't want beef with none of them communities.
I don't want no Beehive and no Navy at the me, man.
This next one's a good one too. Tori and Tilla. Who we got?
That's easy for me.
We go back and forth between this. Now this is a style preference, but on your show, I'm going I'm going. No. I'm gonna recant. I'm gonna recant what I said. Because remember we were saying like who better,
right?
And I was like, man, Tilla way better than Tory.
Tory, right?
I take that back.
Respect.
Tory, after putting out them what's that? Twitch,
Playboy and Twitch tape.
The way he record, how he can go to multi-genres.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Tilla do that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Tilla switch. Only thing I seen Tilla do was go that song he had with DJ Khaled, Wild Thoughts.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
great song.
I love Tilla's sound. I love what Tilla brought. The classic album Trap Soul. He brought
Trap
a whole.
Soul.
Oh,
he brought a whole
that's a
genre.
top 10.
I went to see him live in St. Louis at the pageant.
Yeah, we all went together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was one of the best shows ever.
Yes.
Trap Soul is one of the greatest albums ever in my book.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to say on this one, I'm gonna have to say Tory.
Yeah.
Respect, my G.
That was a tough one though.
That was a tough one.
For
That's
sure.
a tough one.
Classy or nasty when it comes to a girl?
Watch it. No, I'm just joking.
I gotta say both. But I'm gonna put it like this: 70% nasty, 30% classy.
I'm with that. You gotta have a little bit of both.
You gotta be like.
You gotta have a little bit of both.
Yeah, we've been turning about to After Dark, man. But you gotta have like it's just something like
you gotta know
I
when
need a
to
little bit
tap
more
in.
explanation on that.
You gotta be like.
You gotta know when
What
to
you?
tap
I
in.
mean, what you want to know?
But I feel like a lot of men, they say they want the super nasty woman, but when she's nasty in public, I feel like it changes, and y'all want her to be
it just
a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. I don't know it. What?
Nah,
yeah.
If
it can't
you
be
with
70.
me, no, if you with me, it's different.
Okay.
If you with me, you can be what you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like when you're not with me, you still a representation of me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's me likewise. Like we can be nasty in public together. But if I'm not with you and I'm still nasty in public, like that's
a no-go.
That's no-go. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, you know what I mean? So as long as we with each other, cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Respect.
Sure.
Alright. Top 5 R&B artists, my guy. Who do we have in your top 5?
This is all time.
All time, oh yeah.
All time.
That's all I do on this show. All
See,
time.
this where it's gonna get a little tricky. So, top 5, Usher.
Is this in order?
It's not in order.
Okay.
But before I say this, before we go there, let me this disclaimer real fast. These are artists who affect me as an artist.
Okay.
I'm not taking away from people who are GOATs with what they do. They just didn't affect me as an artist.
Like inspirational wise.
Yeah, so I'm looking at inspiration, like who I took inspiration from that I put up there. Yeah. So, I just said
Usher.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got one.
Joe.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I had to put Michael Jackson up there. This is a group, but if you can see Jodeci. And number 5, I would say
this is crazy. It's two. You done left 2 goats out. I gotta almost get out of here.
Is it crazy? He said Michael Jackson.
He done left 2 goats. But Michael Jackson to me is more pop to me.
But you gotta understand.
No, but you don't know the genre, the origin.
Okay, let me go back and explain each person.
He's left 2 out that war. Never have to
let me say it. So Usher, right? Usher, what Usher brought to me was like, okay, it's okay to be cool.
Yeah.
Like Usher brought coolness to me. Like, okay, man, I could be
swinging
cool.
the chain around.
Swinging the chain, the flips, but he still brought good music. So Usher is one.
He's definitely in mind for sure.
Joe brought is longevity.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody say about Joe. Joe's longevity in the game, for him to be so underrated is crazy to me.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, he's brought performance. I'm not looking at Mike has great music, but performance and gravitating a crowd, there's nobody in the world who can gravitate a crowd.
Facts.
Like Michael Jackson.
Facts.
Point blank, period. Jodeci is style.
Yes.
I do want to push back on that because it's a group, but I'm gonna let you have that just because
Jodeci is style. Okay, let's go KC. Let's just do one. KC. The style of KC back in the 90s with the backwards hats, the low shades, the Jodeci boots,
right?
The whole overalls, the style of Jodeci, the bad boy image. I fell in love with that image. So every time you see me on stage or you see me, I got either some glasses, I got some kind of vibe from Jodeci. Right. So Jodeci brings that style. The music was great too. In 5. Nigga,
look at TC.
5.
Man. See, this is crazy. That's why it's crazy.
I want to know what goats you talking about. He left out.
5. I would say Tank. Tank brings the sex appeal.
You gotta put Tank.
Tank brings the sex appeal. Yes. The sex appeal, like no matter.
And the songwriting.
And the songwriting.
Oh my god.
And that's not the shade. Right. That's not the shade Eric Bellinger. But I feel like Tank is more of an artist. Eric Bellinger is more of a writer because Eric Bellinger hasn't reached his peak as artist yet.
I feel like people are just really getting to know Eric Bellinger. Yeah. And I love the fact that he's getting shine from being crazy. On that what was that he was on with Usher where he did Tiny Desk. Yes, Tiny Desk. I feel like now more people are Googling and researching Eric Bellinger than they ever have before.
Oh yeah, shout out to the R&B Money podcast too. He was on there too.
Yes. Now I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, why I didn't put Chris Brown up there?
Now look, before I say this name, I separate music before.
Exactly. No. And that's
R. Kelly.
I separate music from the artist. So Chris and Kels is the people.
And that's what. And I knew he was gonna say those two. And you know why I know he was gonna say the two? Because when I thought about it, I was like, I know he's gonna say R. Kelly and Chris Brown. Right. Reason why I didn't say R. Kelly because I feel like R. Kelly is the pinnacle of R&B.
What do you mean by that?
Like there's nobody. We separate.
So you just leave him. I leave him alone. Okay.
I leave him alone.
He said, I don't
touch. I don't put him in with nobody.
Right.
There's nobody that can compare this man musically.
Right.
I don't. What he done, all the other stuff he done, throw that nigga away.
And writing too.
This man has had R&B in his back pocket till still now. There's nobody that can do a verse with R. Kelly and win.
No, absolutely
nobody.
Not. I don't care.
So I don't put him in top 5. He's the pinnacle for me.
He's left alone. Okay.
Chris Brown. I've been doing music longer than Chris Brown, so he hasn't had a effect on me as far as personally,
right? And that's okay.
So Usher's been doing music longer than me, so I can pick from like, oh, okay, cool. So I compare Mike and Chris. I've been watching Mike longer than I'm watching Chris. All right. So these two to me are.
You've seen Chris in the flesh.
I've seen Chris in the flesh.
That has to do something, guys.
Chris is our Michael Jackson. GOAT. There's nothing to take away, but I'm saying
nothing that can take away from Breezy.
I can live with that.
This is my preference of who affected me into the artist I've become.
I'm just giving pushback. You can't never argue somebody personal.
Like, for sure. Yeah. Chris is a GOAT, man. You can't. Come on, man.
Yeah. Nah, I feel that, man. One thing I did want to know.
That's a great top 5, by the way.
Yeah, that's it.
For sure.
One thing I did want to know: dream collaboration. If you can get anybody in the camera. Let them know who you want on your record.
You already know I'm going, hey, Drake. Nigga, I be dumb.
I'm so with that, dog.
I be so dumb, man, bro. I be dumb not to say Drake, man. Lil Baby, nigga. Yes, indeed. And blew the hell up, man. Block boy, JB. Come on, man. Bro, what? Drake, if you, hey.
I respect that.
What's up, baby?
Hey, Drizzy, holla at my guy, man.
Let's go,
Can I ask this, though? Who from your top 5 that you want to collaborate the most with?
Well, if we say that, we have to go back to, like, Jodeci's prime, or we have to go back to Michael Jackson.
You could travel anywhere.
If I can... Oh, man. I would say Jodeci.
Wow.
I would say Jodeci in their prime when Jodeci was. I would definitely love a feature with, like, they just done so much for my image, for my, the way I look at music style wise. You know what I mean? Like Jodeci's done a lot, bro. Tough. People don't give them they credit like I feel they should. Yeah. That's my favorite group of all time. So
yeah, man. So we gonna jump into this lately, and then we gonna chop it up after that.
For sure.
Been saying that you're over. Yeah. Say whatever helps you sleep at night. Say what you wanna say. Say what you wanna say. What you wanna. It ain't hard to figure you out. I'm just being honest, babe. I can see you going through a phase. Oh, switch you in different spaces. Came from the C-list, but you want a A-list. Now you walking around like you made it. Truth is, tagged in everything you say. So how can I forget it, babe? Man,
love that shit. I was ready for another record after that one.
Or
a transition into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed that shit, dog.
I think the next transition, I think I'm going to touch into that, I'm either going to go straight 90s.
Right.
Or I'm going Afrobeat.
Oh, yeah.
That's the next
Ooh, the Afrobeat so popular right now.
So popular
it is,
right now.
man.
I want to tap in with that.
Shit's a vibe, though. Lately, man, that shit's a vibe, man.
Yes,
like, tell me how that record came about.
Again, shout out to my homie Jalen Jackson. You know what's crazy? When I got to Atlanta, I was so open to collab as far as writing. Because when I lived in St. Louis, I was like,
I know you. It's like, nigga, it's all me.
It's
you know
all
what I'm saying?
me. You know
Like,
what I'm saying? Like, I was writing everything. And I got to Atlanta. I was like, man, you know, we just sitting in the studio, and me and the homie Jalen was like, man, I brung the beat. Well, we started on a normal song before that.
Yeah.
And it was like, nah, this mug ain't hitting. So we went through a couple more beats. We found that one, and it just came so easy. And he just started bobbing. He was like, man, he came up with a little melody. I'm like, that mug hard.
Yeah.
And then we just built the song after that. And it took us like maybe, I want to say 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That mug was done.
That shit, but it seemed like y'all got a nice chemistry, though, for sure, man.
For
So
sure.
is he from Atlanta?
He's from, I want to say Mississippi.
Okay.
But he lives in Atlanta now.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope.
That's dope.
Dope.
He got a nice sound.
Yeah, check
Very
him out.
nice
Check
sound.
him out.
Man, so lately is the single. Is it just a Lucy? You got something coming? New projects, EPs? What you doing?
It's a Lucy right now. What I'm doing is I'm just dropping singles. I'm not gonna drop an EP until either the fan base grow a little more. But I'm gonna I want to be consistent. This year was like, man, I want to be consistent with dropping. Last year I was like, I dropped one in February and didn't drop all the way until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to drop some every couple of months, just to be consistent and build up the catalog.
Yeah.
And then work on like maybe a 3-4 song EP or whatever like that. But right now I'm just like, I want to consistently drop something.
Yeah.
And that's what I think I'm gonna do now.
That
So
makes
can
sense.
I ask you one more thing? Would you stay indie or would you be open to signing to a major label?
I would be open.
Okay.
I would be open with, because they both have their gifts and curses with
Facts.
it, right?
Yeah.
Indie, you know what I'm saying, you're doing a lot of work, but you reaping more of the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
With with a major label, depending on what contract you sign or what deal you get, you doing what you're supposed to be doing, but they're reaping more of the benefit as far as financially.
Yeah.
So depending on what you do or your contract, but I either or, whatever one makes more sense to me. You know what I mean? If it's independent and I gotta do more of the work, but I'm reaping more of the benefit, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But if a label comes and say, hey, we want to pick you up when this is what we're looking at, long contract, right? And I know you gotta give a little. You can't just, say I want this, and the third, unless you already built up a fan base or you already did that.
Right.
But if not, you're gonna have to
Coming in with the leverage.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not oblivious to that.
I feel that.
Either or.
If it was something you could tell an upcoming artist, if it was particularly in R&B or just in general, like what would do you got any advice for them or anything that you kind of give them a jump start on?
My motto has always been, I stay to this, and I even had an EP a long time labeled this, and it's believe when they don't. Always believe in yourself. When people don't believe in you, and you're gonna get a lot of no's, you may get a couple of yeses, people might not like your music or whatever, but if you believe in yourself, when they don't, you continue to grow. You continue to do it. Because I feel like a lot of people who basically base their what they do off of other people, they lose themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never lost myself. I've always believed in myself.
Yeah.
So I don't care if you don't like my music. That's that song not for you. Cool. I'm not mad at that. It's subjective. But I still believe in myself, so that keeps me going. So any artists out there, man, believe when they don't.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's good.
Respect, man.
For sure.
Where can they find you at? Social medias? Anything you got coming you want to holler at? Shout out anybody, let them know. Camera on my mans over there, Ams.
So if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram, Late Night Drive. It's L8NIGHTDRV. And if you want to reach out to me for like writing or collabs, you can reach out to latenightdrive@gmail.com. And this is Late Night Drive on everything. You know what I mean?
Late Night Drive.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure y'all take a late night drive tonight.
Yes.
With
That's-
Lately and D&D.
Lately in D&D, like
For
my
sure.
guy said. Man, you know what time it is, man. We going off for these blue Monacos. Hey, Monaco, I need a bag. All we do is shout y'all out. Tina Carter in the building. You got some words for some family out there? Anything you want to shout out? Anybody?
My family.
Anybody? I'm saying anybody. Like
My family.
Hey,
I'm saying anybody.
shout out to my pops. Continue healing.
For sure,
I do want to shout out to him.
Prayers up.
And rest in peace to Jamel, my cousin. I love you. I know you love me. You supported me. You with God now. Love you.
It's a wrap, fellas, gents, ladies. It's your boy Word, Amber Victoria, Tina Carter Show, Late Night Drive. We out of yeah. How it feel fresh off the Damage Control podcast, my G?
Hey, man. Let me tell you something. Come a little closer. One of the greatest podcasts I've ever been on. You hear me?
Yeah.
Let's go. Interview was crazy, man. I feel like everything they wanted to know, man, they asked. I answered truthfully, my opinion. So, you hate it or love it. That's it.
Yeah.